ITIL is an IT management framework, so it's essential to understand what an IT service is and what service management is. In this video, I'll walk you through that. Let's start here by describing what an IT service is. An IT service is something that a provider, someone or something, or some combination of the two that provides a service, does for a service consumer to create value for both the provider and the consumer. There are many kinds of services, from haircuts that involve less information technology to cloud services like AWS or Azure, where technology is at the forefront. So what's an IT service? Things like Microsoft 365 and AWS are IT services, whereas things like haircuts are not, even though nowadays most services involve IT in varying degrees. Even haircuts, for example, when you use an online booking app. So what distinguishes a service from an IT service? An IT service has IT up front and center, with IT primarily representing the provider and making up the service. Microsoft 365 is an example. It's inconceivable that it could be provided without IT. Other services like haircuts may use IT as in a booking app for a salon, but that use of IT is in a supporting role, and the service could be provided without it. So, non-IT services may be facilitated by IT, as in the haircut booking app, but where IT, while still important, is secondary to the core service. So, while an IT-enabled service may include the provision of goods, access to resources, and service actions just like any service, it is distinguished by IT being core to it and front and center. Many, if not most services today are IT-enabled in this way. ITIL defines an IT service as a means for a provider of an IT-enabled service to deliver value to stakeholders. That's primarily the people who pay the bills for services and are responsible for the outcomes of their use, along with those who use the services. Services do this by facilitating outcomes their consumers want to achieve without consumers having to own managing the specific details of the costs and risks associated with providing the service. Said another way, a good provider presents a lower cost and risk to you, the consumer, in comparison to alternatives, including doing it yourself, and hides how they handle costs and risks, so you don't have to deal with them. This hiding and handling of the details is also part of the value equation. Think about it. You hire people to do stuff for you, like doing your haircut, and you subscribe to services like Microsoft 365 or Netflix. In all cases, you do so because you've calculated that you'll experience a lower cost and risk and a better outcome and greater value as compared to alternatives, including the alternative of doing it yourself.